to do sex work, networks of pimps operating in Kampala and in Malaysia, hearing involvement of other people. You said they started in Botswana, and then
The
when
Botswanan
the
girls
Botswana
were
government,
studying in Malaysia.
yes, we have about 1,300 Ugandans living in Malaysia now.
Yes.
Most of them students.
Yes. 600 are real students in my universities.
And then
And the rest are the so-called students
so-called students.
who studied English for 1 month a day, for 1 day in a month.
Hajah Noraihan, Haji Muhammad Adnan is the Honorary Consul of Uganda to Malaysia. And Asan Kasigye is Assistant Inspector General of Police, Director Interpol and International Police Relations. The matter of trafficking of Ugandan women to Malaysia came up in Parliament this afternoon, presented by Monica Moding, a youth MP, and the minister has promised to give a response next week.
Yes.
Asan, you investigate. You have been informed. You've been aware of what has been going on. Could you take us through? Are there networks operating in Kampala? Where are they? Who's running them? How high do they go?
Thank you, Charles. This is indeed not a very nice story to tell, because immediately I came to Interpol, I found there was this huge problem. And indeed, my predecessor had traveled to Malaysia, and he had had a lot of discussions with her, and that is Mr. Ruego, Assistant Inspector General of Police, Francis Ruego, and he had also had discussions with his counterpart in Malaysia.
Yes.
And that is the time that I took over from him. Charles, you need to know that trafficking in human beings is a crime or violation against a person. And some countries are a source, act as a source, while other countries are transit, while others are countries of destination. Unfortunately, Uganda is majorly a country of source, though at one time, you remember, around Kabaragara and Kansanga, where we had some girls from mainly Pakistan. They had been brought here in a similar kind of environment. So you can say that we have also experienced some examples of Uganda as a final destination country. Now, this is a global problem and it is at 600,000 to 800,000 of persons are trafficked across national borders since 2003. And most of these people who are trafficked are from very, very, very poor countries, vulnerable countries, countries in Latin America, in Africa, and in Asia. So Uganda, unfortunately, we are now experiencing, I can confirm because from the report she's been saying, she's been telling you, actually we have about that number, about 600 Ugandan girls in Malaysia alone.
How many do you have elsewhere?
300 are suspected to be in India. We have other countries. These countries are Thailand, China, Indonesia, United Arab Emirates, especially Dubai, in Iraq, Egypt, and some, very few, unfortunately, are in Denmark. Now, specifically the question you asked, there are several ways in which this recruitment is done. First and foremost, it involves selection of vulnerable girls. They are tricked by very, very, as she said, young, supposedly progressive, Ugandan girls driving very good cars. And it's not, as Norah said, that they just come to you. They just track you. They get information about you. They know you're a graduate. They know you are working in a saloon, maybe for 2 or 3 years. They know where you sleep. They know the kind of acquaintances you have. And it's not a mistake that they pinpoint you out. So they just come to you and then they say, look at how I am. I also went through this. There is more lucrative and pay in other countries. And then they will say, Malaysia, but if you don't have money, don't worry. We shall organize passport for you. If you don't have, we shall organize air ticket for you. We shall organize for you some little amount of money for some expenses. Now, some of these girls are recruited, but because there is a lot of intimidation that is being used. First of all, they take them to shrines. Okay? Then they cut some hair from maybe pubic hair or under their armpits and that kind of thing. Then they cut the nails, their nails, their nails. And some of these witch doctors, they say, if you ever say anything, you will die, because they would use this kind of thing. They would use the hair, the fingernails, and that kind of thing. Now, there is also another method that they use. Apparently, this is through supposedly legal businesses. These legal businesses, which are like employment agencies, and they are located most places in Kampala. Some of these plazas, I have names. Maybe I'll not mention the names here. But
why not?
Okay, for example, Namaganda Plaza, Avema, Pioneer shopping malls. You'll find
the
posters.
names to these businesses.
Yes, you'll find posters there that there is a company recruiting people to go to Malaysia, find work in Malaysia. They put their telephone numbers and that kind of thing. So it's true that some of the people that are taken, some go and find employment, right? And some of the people who go there, and because they know there are some people who went and got employment, they can easily say, okay, if you're not sure, ring so and so. And they will ring, and this person will say, okay, I'm in Dubai, I'm in Malaysia, I'm in India, and I'm getting money.
Yeah.
Okay? So this gives you like an impetus, because some of the people we've been trying to talk to at Interpol, trying to warn them where they are going, what they are likely to find out, they actually become very, very, very... They turn around us and say, why are you stopping us from going to find places of employment? Because there are other people who are working, they are sending money home, they don't have any of these problems you're talking about. So what is it you're talking about? The other method is of course, unfortunately, parents, relatives. And I think, Norah, you agree with me that some of the girls that we have talked to, that Norah and of course IOM have helped to bring, you find some of the relatives being involved. Yeah. Okay?
The relatives trying to escape poverty, so they said,
by offering their daughters to go out. One intriguing case of a woman who told her daughter, are you not a woman? Have you not grown into a woman? After the girl had come back and said, Mom, how could you have sent me into this? Are you not a woman? They would have...
what you're trying to say, Mr. Kasigye, is that as police you're powerless to...
No, I'm coming to that. I'm just coming to that. Probably, maybe I come to that. Now, one thing that you need to know, we've been working with her office. There is evidence of my communication. Even when she's bringing the girls, she tells me I'm in air. She's very, very hardworking. She even tells me I'm in air. I'm bringing so many girls. IOM, we've worked with them. We've had some of these girls. At
IOM is the International Organization of Migration.
And we have really established, that's how we've been able to establish some of these names, some of these rings, some of these places. Number two, I gave a story to Monta yesterday. Much as in your story where you say some and you put in quotation marks.
The monitor put.
In the monitor put. Insinuating that what I was saying, that there are no people that have been charged here. Let me tell you, they are girls, they are children, that were being trafficked to Egypt. Okay? So, and they had, these documents, they are going for, it's a school, they are going for vacation and that kind of thing. We got that man and he's in prison as I talk.
I asked the question, how are the rings organized?
Okay, the rings.
Who is running them?
The
How high do they go?
Okay, you cannot have this kind of business if you are not highly organized. Actually, in our own police circles, we call it international organized crime. Yeah. That's how it is. It's called transnational organized crime. And it is hitting so many countries.
Let's concentrate on Uganda for now.
Yes, and it's so organized in such a way that the people, the victims, let me call them the victims are intimidated to say anything. It is so organized that when we knew that so many people would be traveling and security and immigration officials at the airport, they would say, how come 10 people are traveling together to same country? What is behind this? It is now so highly organized that one person will travel today, another person will travel tomorrow, right. Another person will travel next week. Charles, you and me know that there is nobody who can position him at any airport in the whole world, including Entebbe. And then you say, where are you going? I'm going to Malaysia. No, you cannot go.
But you have been investigating this for some time.
No, of course, this person is an adult person, right? This person has a visa. This person has travel documents. Yeah. And this person is moving, and there are documents which are saying, I'm going to study, I'm going for business, I'm going to see relatives. Tell me anywhere in the whole world, Charles, where they would say, no way, you cannot travel.
But Norah has been fighting almost a long struggle for the last 3 years.
No, you asked me a specific question on how organized.
Yes.
They are so organized in such a way that one person people will travel one person at a time to beat the kind of security, the kind of people who would try to tell that these kind of people may be involved in this. You are only going to find out, like Norah is saying, from her side, that these people have now been brought in and they are in a brothel and when they are running away. But when they are going, Charles, I'm telling you, it is very, very highly organized, and it is not you and me. Unless you've been told, you cannot be able to tell that somebody is being
It's an admission of the sophistication of the organization.
Yes.
And not of the weaknesses of our immigration systems.
It's like drugs. It's like drugs. You get me? It's like police everywhere in the whole world has been, tracking drugs. We have dogs. We have these people. We have what we call control deliveries and that kind of thing. But you will find people with pellets of drugs in their stomach.
We need to take a commercial break. The ring of trafficking Asian girls into Kampala was for exclusive clubs of wealthy, well-to-do business people in this town.
That's
what you want.
Yes.
We'll take a commercial break and come back to this discussion.
It's live. It's hot. Provocative. And digs deep into the issue.